How's it going, everybody? We are back at it one last time here with the final mission for the Halo 2 Pistol Only Challenge. Now, one more time, I'll run through the rules here that I've set up for myself. We are going to only use the pistol throughout this playthrough. Melee is included. No grenades can be utilized. Vehicles are alright, as long as I'm not the one doing the shooting. And I can't kill teammates for extra ammo. So right off the bat here, I decided to hop into the Spectre, and we were on our way. This was especially nice because the shipmaster hopped into the Wraith, took care of a lot of the enemies for us, so we were just mostly boosting around, trying to get past certain sections quickly. This was no exception, so we were able just to kind of boost on through here and make it to the Wraiths right before the Scarab. This was probably just one of the more time-consuming sections. Not particularly difficult, but the main goal was just to take out these brutes surrounding the Wraiths, and then I was just going to basically get out and melee them a ton. So you'll see that coming up here in just a second. Again, not extremely difficult. That guy just flew into outer space as I just pinned him against the Wraith. But eventually, after doing a couple of these circles, I was able to take out all of the brutes surrounding the Wraiths, and then I was able just to basically hop on, slap them around a little bit. We were doing good. Now, there were a couple of harrowing spots right here. I was afraid that at this point, the laser turrets were just going to take me out on the Wraith, but we were able to hop up and in. We were on our way. In this section with the Hunters, again, I tried to let my allies take care of the brutes as much as I could, but since they kind of stick out like a sore thumb here at the bottom of this this two-tiered room here coming up, I decided to utilize my active camo, see how many of the brutes I could take care of while they were distracted by the Hunters, by my elite ally, and go from there. I was unsuccessful a couple of times here just due to brute shot explosions after death, after a couple of unlucky spots here, getting destroyed by the brute shots again. But eventually we were able to get the right back smacks and take out the majority of the brutes here. Now, there was this one guy that we followed through that I could not seem to punch for the life of me. Eventually my hunter allies took care of him, but he just kept running in circles. Didn't actually try to go for me, so that that ended well. And then we were moving on to the next major section here. Now, this was another part that I was worried about. There are a lot of brutes, a lot of explosives, and a couple of jackal snipers that will eventually spawn on top of that little ridge. And so one thing that I was just trying to do was just continue to move. Of course, that's this entire playthrough. But as I was just trying to kind of move around and skirt around, let my hunter allies take care of as many of them as I could, I got stuck in a couple spots here where I just felt like, okay, nope, this is it. But I was able just to run around. This guy that was that was aggroed ended up aggroing another guy. Again, another spot where I thought, okay, I'm done for, but I was able to jump off of that ledge, fire off a couple of shots, wait for this brute to just hop around, and then we were stuck in this loop here of just the punching back and forth. We had then taken care of everyone there, so we were on to this long catwalk where I just used my active camouflage, skirted around everybody here, took out the jackal sniper, and then I was also eyeballing these maxed out plasma pistols there, so I swapped for a 100 energy plasma pistol, and we were moving forward. This room also gave me quite a bit of trouble, so my thought was I'm just going to melee these jackals, make a couple of loops, and it actually ended up working out pretty well. I thought I was going to get shot a lot more by the brute shots from behind, but that didn't happen until later. So again, I was just trying to figure out, okay, how do I get my allies out of here? Do I have to use my plasma pistol, or can I melee this? So I tried to melee it a few times, didn't end up working, got absolutely annihilated. So we were trying again. Got to watch one of the Covenant blow up another one of the jackals there. And from a distance, I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and try to free up a couple of my allies. That ended up being the best route, or the best scenario. Once I was able to free the majority of them, it was just pretty easy going from there. Just skirting around everybody, trying to punch and melee as much as I could. The ultimate goal here was to keep my plasma pistol for as long as I could, because or keep at least keep the energy up in the plasma pistol, because I knew for the boss battle with Tartarus that it was going to be much more difficult only using the plasma pistol. So tried to keep that as much as I could without firing as many shots. That's why you'll probably see me tossing myself at these brutes time and time again, just trying to melee as much as I could, which ended up working out sometimes, but not a lot. Third time's a charm. We were able to make it through. And at this point, we were just waiting for the Banshees to get dropped off. Again, in this playthrough, I cannot use any of the vehicle weapons. I can splatter, but I cannot use any of the weapons. So I dropped myself off, went after the Wraith here, was surprised that I did not get splattered there, but just had to avoid the mortar shots. Then I was able to hop on. And for all three Wraiths, I just basically hopped onto the top, meleeed, took out the brutes, and moved on. These are the only enemies that I have to absolutely kill in this canyon section, moving our way back. So as soon as that was done, I just hopped into the nearest Banshee on that rock back behind the Wraith there. And from there, it was just kind of a waiting game. At the end, there are a couple of Wraiths towards the end of this tunnel that you do have to, or excuse me, canyon, that you do have to take care of. But once I was able to take care of those, again, we just moved on to a waiting game. But I did not plan this very well. So you saw a second ago, I got on my Banshee, had it blown up by the mortar rounds from the Wraiths. So then that left me with the question of, okay, am I going to be able to pick up another Banshee somewhere? In the comments below, you can let me know if there's just some Banshee that exists for me to hop into. Because my thought was, okay, I'm going to distract these guys. I'm going to basically kick one out. But that didn't go so well. So second time around, I decided to hide my Banshee around the corner here and then go after the Wraiths. It ended up going exactly the same as last time. I tried to hide behind these Wraiths and then just gun it for my Banshee. And then I picked up a little bit of a smarter route to go this next time around. So you'll see me die again right here. So third time around, I decided, you know what, why don't I just hop in the Wraith and just boost around the corner, which was probably the smartest strategy, so that way I could move a little bit quicker. Once I got back into my Banshee, I beelined it back to the ridgeline behind some trees over here after getting shot up a little bit. And this was my best hiding spot. I tried to hide in some other locations, ended up getting the crap beaten out of me. But once we were able to blow open the door here, I did a couple of ring around the rosies. Then I was getting shot from all angles, so I just tried to avoid that as much as I could. Did not go so well. And so we were back at square one, having to try that again. This time around, I just boosted for it. Not sure what distracted them this time, because I didn't receive any follow-up shots. But we were able to make it into the tunnel from there. I used my active camouflage to skirt around the brutes right here. And we were on to the final boss battle. Going into this battle, I tried to just kind of jump headlong into it, like I always do. Didn't end up going so well. So the second time around, I allowed my allies to take care of the brutes, and then we were moving on to fight Tartarus. Now again, I have an 87% plasma pistol here. There was really no way for me to carry another one, so I figured it's just down to this. I just have to basically wait for my opportunities. As soon as I heard Tartarus use a couple of his follow-up lines here, I knew that it was going to be possible to finish him off with the plasma pistol. So again, I was just waiting for the shields to drop, waiting for my allies to get out of the way, and eventually it led to our success. I was shocked that I was able to do this the first time around, I actually had no. Well, okay. If you take away the previous attempt where I didn't even get to fight Tartarus, the brutes just took care of me. Then the second time around here, I was able to continue to pop off all my shots, and we were doing pretty well. Again, it was just a waiting game. It was just very time consuming. Not sure how this would have gone on legendary, just because he took quite a bit of damage here, but eventually he fell. And that was it. That led us to the end. So a couple of final thoughts here, and I'll probably do a video outlining my final thoughts in depth. This was extremely fun. As I was getting into editing, just trying to figure things out, I loved being able to do a pistol-only challenge on my favorite Halo. So let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. Again, be on the lookout for that follow-up video, and I'll see you all in the next one.